Hello and welcome to a day in 15 minutes UPSC Prelims Daily Current Affairs by Neo IAS. So, today's topics are Nobel Prize in Economics 2019, then Consumer Price Index, then Asian Development Bank, then G20 Global Smart Cities Alliance on Technology Governance, then Jute Industry, then India's Got Color campaign. Okay. So, our first topic is Nobel Prize in Economics 2019. So, the news is that the 2019 Swiss Riksbank Prize in Economics, which is popularly known as the Nobel Prize in Economics, it is shared by three scientists, that is Abhijit Banerjee, Esther Duflo and Michael Kremer, for their experimental approach to alleviating global poverty. Okay, so this is the news. So, the more details about the news is that the field of invention was in the developmental economics. So, actually this developmental economics, it's a branch of economics that focuses on improving fiscal, then economic and even social conditions in the developing countries. Okay, and here you have to note one term, that is randomized controlled trials. That is, the researchers, they used this randomized controlled trials to determine how best to ameliorate global poverty. Okay. So, this technique is previously used in the pure science and in clinical drug trials, and this is the first time it is being deployed in the social science. Okay. And that is one significance. And rather than focusing on big picture questions, actually they divided the issues into smaller and also more manageable and measurable questions. And here they use empirical question based approach, that is asking questions to the individuals and finding the solutions to poverty. And also they then showed that these smaller questions they could be best answered through carefully designed experiments among the people who are most affected. Okay, so the new Nobel laureates, they have tried to explain empirically which interventions work to alleviate poverty and why. So next we can discuss about the randomized controlled trial, that is the RCT. So it's a trial in which the subjects are randomly assigned into one of the two groups. That is, the first one is the experimental group, which is receiving the intervention that is being tested. And the second one, the other group, it is the comparison group, or we can say the control group, and it receives an alternate. Okay. So, these two groups, they are then followed up to see if there are any differences between them in outcome. Okay. And also, the results and subsequent analysis of the trial, they are used to assess the effectiveness of the intervention. So, as a whole, we can say that this RCT, they are the most stringent way of determining whether a cause-effect relation exists between the intervention and the outcome. Clear? So, our second topic is Consumer Price Index. So, the news is that the growth in the Consumer Price Index, it quickened in September from 3.28% in the previous month. So, about Consumer Price Index, you know, it is also called as the retail inflation. Why? Because the prices are quoted from the retailers. Okay. So, the CPI, it captures variations in the price level at the consumer level. And it is based on 260 commodities and it also includes certain services. Fine. So, here you have to know the concerned ministry. So, the ministry is Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, and also the Ministry of Labour and Employment. They are engaged in the construction of different CPI for different groups. Okay. So, these are the various CPIs, that is CPI for industrial workers, that is IW, CPI for agricultural labourers, then CPI for rural labourer and CPI, that is rural, urban and combined. Clear? So, here you have to know that the first three, they are compiled by the Labour Bureau in the Ministry of Labour and Employment, and the fourth one, that is CPI rural, urban and combined, It has been compiled by the Central Statistical Organization in the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Okay, so here the base year for CPI is 2012. Clear? So next you have to know about CFPI, that is Consumer Food Price Index. So actually it's a measure of change in the retail prices of food items that is being consumed by the population. And it was launched by the CSO in 2014. And this index, it gives food price level changes for rural, urban and all India basis. So here the base year used is 2012, and the CFPA, it is based on retail price quotation as in the case of CPI. Clear? So next you have to know about the composition of CFPI. So the methodology for the calculation of CFPI, it is similar to that of the CPI. So you have to remember that in CPI, food and beverage group, they constitute approximately 45.86% of the weight. So here you have to note that out of this beverages and some of the eatable items, they are excluded to derive the CFPI basket of commodities. Okay. So the weight of the CFPA commodities, it is approximately 39.05% of the entire CPI basket. And also this CSO, it brings CFPIs for the 3 groups, and hence there are 3 CFPI, that is CFPA rural, urban and combined. Clear? So next topic is Asian Development Bank. So the Asian Development Bank in India, it signed a $190 million loan for improving road connectivity in Rajasthan. So this is the news. So here about Asian Development Bank, it is committed to achieve a prosperous, then a sustainable Asia and the Pacific, while sustaining its effort to eradicate extreme poverty. Okay. And it assists its members and partners by providing loans, then giving technical assistance and giving grants, etc. Okay, for their economic development. And this Asian Development Bank was established in 1966, and its headquarters, it is located in Manila in Philippines. So this Asian Development Bank, it is a UN observer, and its member countries, it is composed of 68 members. That is 49 of which they are from Asia and the Pacific region, and the 19 are from outside. Okay. So next you have to know the relation of India and the Asian Development Bank. So India, it is one of the founding members of the ADB, and this ADB, its support to India, and it aims to accelerate economic transformation, that is by building industrial competitiveness, then creating jobs, okay, and also we can say accelerating growth of low income states, etc. Fine. So our next topic is G20 Global Smart Cities Alliance on Technology Governance. So the news is that India, it joins the Global Alliance on Responsible Use of Smart City Technologies. Okay, this is the news. So talking about this G20 Global Smart Cities Alliance on Technology Governance, we know basically it was established in June 2019 in conjunction with the G20 summit, which is held in Osaka in Japan. Okay. So about this G20 Global Smart Cities Alliance, it's a league of 15 of the world's leading city networks and technology governance organization. Okay. And they will work towards advancing the responsible and ethical use of smart city technologies. Fine. So we can say the aim of this alliance is to promote the responsible and ethical use of smart city technologies, thereby establishing global norms, and we can say policy standards, etc. Okay. So here the secretariat is the World Economic Forum, and the main significance is that the smart city technology, we know it can help in decreasing the traffic congestion, then improve resilience during natural disasters, then reduce greenhouse emissions, etc. And another significance is that without proper governance, these technologies, they pose significant risk, notably to privacy and security. Okay. So, coming to our next topic, that is jute industry. So, news is that jute industry told to set up supply of sacks for Kharif crop. So, this is the news. So, about the jute industry in India, we know jute, it is one of the important natural fibers after cotton in terms of its cultivation and also usage. And we know the jute, it is an important kharif crop, and almost 85% of the world's jute cultivation, it is concentrated in the Ganges Delta. And we can say India, it is the world's largest producer of raw jute and jute goods, and it contributes approximately 50% and 40% respectively of the global production. Okay, so the leading world's jute producing countries, they are India, Bangladesh, China and Thailand. Okay, so the cultivation of jute in India, it is mainly confined to the eastern region of the country, and the major jute producing states, okay, they are West Bengal, then Assam, Orissa, Uttar Pradesh, Tripura and Meghalaya. And among that, West Bengal alone, it accounts for over 50% of raw jute production. Clear? So, here in the map, you can see top 10 jute producing states in India. So, our next topic is India Got Color campaign. So, it is a campaign and it is launched to spark a conversation around colorism or stigma and bias that is being associated with skin tones in India. So, here you have to remember that this event, it was hosted by UNESCO in New Delhi. Fine. So, in the last class, I have given you two questions. So, let us discuss one by one. The first question, so here, you know, the Red Sea, it's a seawater inlet of the Indian Ocean and it is lying between Africa and Asia. So, the 6 countries bordering the Red Sea, they are Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Egypt, Sudan, Eritrea and Djibouti. You can see in the map. So, here you can see the Red Sea and the surrounding countries. So, coming back to our question, here you can understand that our answer is A, that is 1, 2, 3 and 5 only. Okay. So, our answer is A. So, our next question, the question is regarding Saras Ajivika Mela. It's an initiative by which ministry? So, we know the Saras Ajivika Mela, it's an initiative by the Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Rural Livelihood Mission, which comes under the Ministry of Rural Development, that is under the Government of India. So, it's a direct question and you can say the answer is A, that is Ministry of Rural Development. Clear? So, today you have got two questions. The first question is, which of the statement about diabetic retinopathy is or are correct? And your options, 1, diabetic retinopathy, it's a condition in which the damage occurs in the retina due to diabetes mellitus. And option 2, it affects 80% of those who have diabetes. And options A, 1 only, B, 2 only, C, both 1 and 2, and D, neither 1 nor 2. Okay, so this is one question. And the second question is exercise Dharma Guardian. It's an annual training event between India and which of the following country? And options A, Japan, B, South Korea, C, Nepal and D, Bhutan. So, please find the answer of these two questions and please comment it in the comment section. So, that's all for today guys. I hope you enjoyed the session and if you have any doubt, please comment in the comment section. Thank you so much. So, please like, share and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Follow our website neoiasgap.com for the detailed content and monthly prelims digest. Also join our current affairs exclusive test series through the website. And finally, participate in the daily current affairs prelims infotainment quiz at our Telegram channel, that is Neo IAS Prelims, at 9:30 p.m.